Hello, good day again. So today I'll be discussing the analysis of doubly reinforced concrete beams. We're done with the design. So now let's proceed with the analysis. So this is the stress strain diagram for the analysis of doubly reinforced concrete beams. But before you proceed with the analysis of doubly, maybe the compression bars was not meant for you to design for you to analyze it as a doubly. So, halimbawa, nilagay lang siya dyan, just, di ba, remember, when we design singly reinforced beam, so we still provide here minimum 2 continuous bars on the compression bars. Yet, we design it as singly reinforced beam. Okay? So, how can we identify if isasama natin siya sa analysis? So, dapat we check the value of C. If this is greater than C max, this is DRB. And the value of the steel ratio, so greater than rho max, that is DRB. Okay, we already derived this rho max before on the discussion of the singly reinforced beam. So we can compare this actual steel ratio, the steel ratio of the tension bars versus the rho max. We can use this both of these two equations. So paano ito? Paano tong C na to? Okay? So you assume muna na singly sila. Ito lang yung gagamitin mong forces. Diba? On the analysis of singly reinforced beam, you always starts with compression is equal to tension. Okay? So you always start with compression is equal to tension. So your compression force is 0.85 FC prime AB. And then for the tension, you have AS, FS. Because you don't know if it is yielding or not for the analysis. So ASFS, just look at these stresses. So you assume still yields, you solve A, and then after that you solve C. If C exceeds C max, and that's the case, that you should analyze it as DRB. Include the compression bars on your analysis. Include these couple forces. Instead of just using these forces, you now include these forces on the equilibrium equation of C is equal to T. Okay, so what's the difference between the design and the doubly? So for the design, so we use here the strain of 0.005. The value of C is always C max. The value of A is always beta C, wherein C is C max. So for the analysis, we're not sure if the designer designed it as tension controlled. So we're not sure. So maybe after designing, they still increase the number of tension bars here so that it will now be on transition. Tinasan pa nila yung area ng bakal. So, magta-transition yun. So, we're not sure if it is yielding or not. Itong stress here on the tension side. Okay? So, and also, we do not know kung nag-yield din tong bakal na to. Okay? So, we're going to assume later the values of this on the analysis. Okay? So, the values of those stresses. So, ganun pa rin yung solution natin, class, for the analysis. You start with equilibrium. If you already proved that this is the RB, you may use this solution or this solution for checking of DRB or SRB. Pero ito yung mas maganda. Para hindi ka na mag-assume na singly siya, solve the A, solve the C. Kasi itong equilibrium equation na to, using two forces only, compression and tension, isang compression, isang tension, this is assumed as singly equilibrium, no? Now, para hindi ka na dumaan dito, ito na lang i-check natin later. If we are going to compare rho to rho max. Okay, so let's start to solve this problem. So we have here section 250 by 550. We have a given of FC prime and Fy and a concrete cover of 40 millimeter and then diameter of the stirrups. We are required to identify the capacity of this section. Okay. So determine the design strength of this rectangular beam below. So let's start. So obviously, sir, asan yung tension side dyan? Asan yung compression? Wala naman kasi siya sa biga kasi di natin alam kung anong part siya ng beam. Okay, nasa axial section. Andito ba? Kasi kung nandiyan sa midspan ng simply supported, automatic, nasa baba yung tension. Sa taas yung compression. Pero cross-section lang ang binigay. You can easily identify if the cross-section is is or which part of the rebars is on tension or compression by just identifying the number of bars. Obviously, you always provide more rebars on the tension side. Okay, and then dito, less rebars lang. Laging mas maraming rebars, no, sa tension side based on the stress strain diagram. Kasi ito, pinagsamang AS1 and AS2. Ito, AS prime lang. Okay, yung total AS mo dito is the addition of AS1 and AS2. Okay, so, meaning, andi dito yung tension side, guys, ha? Sa taas naman, compression side. But before we consider this compression reinforcement, you have to make sure first that this cross-section or section of reinforced concrete is in doubly. Okay? So, check if SRB or DRV. That's the first thing to do. To check that, we have to identify first the DT because that is required for the formula of checking later on. So, we'll be using the Romax, no? So dt is 550 minus concrete form over minus the diameter of the stirrups minus the diameter of the tension bar over 2. So this is 484 millimeter. So we also solve the effective depth. Effective depth is the centroid of your rebars. Okay, rebar group in tension side. So since hindi equal yung bakal natin, so we have to identify this D1. Okay, so magbabarigdons tayo. So overall depth is 550 minus the concrete cover, stirrups, diameter ng bar, okay? And then this distance, no, between the two layers of bars, no, if not mentioned, always use minimum distance of clear distance of 25 millimeters. Okay? And then 32 over 2. Okay? So that is measure the distance, no, of this central point neto ng rebar na to or midpoint up to the compression side. So that is 427. Now let's use Varignon. So 5 rebar times the effective depth, 3 dt, and then 2 d1. So what we can solve here is an effective depth of 461.2. Okay, let's now check. Anyway, the beta here is 0.8. So from this formula of beta, if the beta is remember, if the beta, rather, if the FC prime is greater than 28, so this should be your formula. 0.85, 0.05 over 7 of the FC prime 35 minus 20. So that we have 0.8 of your beta. Let's now draw, okay, the stress diagram. So for the stress diagram, this is the uniform strain, or this is the strain at on the extreme compression, 0.003. This is the depth of compression, the depth distance of the neutral axis from the extreme compression, extreme compression layer, or extreme compression side of the concrete. Okay, so this is the ES, or the strain on the centroid of your uh, on the centroid of your reinforcement. Okay, this is D minus C, since this is the effective depth. And this is ET, which will be the basis later of the reduction factor. So this total distance is DT minus C. And then you have the stress diagram. So this is the uniform stress, 0.85 FC prime. And this is the depth of compression block. Okay, this is the compression force due to the compression block, 0.85 FC prime AB. And then you have the AS, FS. Assuming na singly muna siya, ito muna yung laman ng stress diagram natin. Okay? So, we compute the steel ratio. So, we compute this steel ratio, AS over BD. Okay, total area of tension bars if it exceeds with the maximum steel ratio in tension control limit. Okay, so we already derived yung formula na yun eh. Mamaya pakita natin yung formula. So AS, 5 times 32 square pi over 4 over B times the effective depth. Effective depth, no, not DT. So effective depth of 461.2. So this is the steel ratio, 0.029064. How about the maximum steal ratio? So the maximum steal ratio is T over 8, 0.85 FC prime B FYD over T. So where did we derive that steal ratio? So recall lang natin, na-derive siya class, so i-minimize mo to 0.005. Tapos makukuha mo dito, C max. Tapos yung A mo, yung ito is beta C max. Okay. Tapos makuha mo dito is AS max. Tapos yung AS max na yan, i-divide mo ng BD. So that is your raw max. Okay, so you may use this approach para makuha yung raw max. If you do not know this formula, you can also get this value, that raw max. Okay, let's see. Let's try. No? If you do not know this formula, you can also use the equilibrium equations, okay, to solve the AS max up to the raw max. Okay, so anyway, using the derived formula, um, so that we can compare the actual steal ratio to the raw max based on the minimum strain of 0.005. So we have 3 over 8.85 FC prime beta over Fy dt over d. So dt natin is dt is 484. So that may dt over d, and then d is 461. So this is 0.022. So as we can see, the actual steal ratio exceeds with the raw max. So meaning this is DRP, Dobry roof force, or this area of rebars exceeds with the AS max. So anyway, pwede rin ganito yung solution mo. Okay, check if SRB or DRB. So you instead of steal ratio, AS na lang pala i-compare natin. Okay? So AS, solve the AS. So AS is 5 times 32 square pi over 4. Okay? So we can have the value of AS, which is equal to, so we have 5 times 32. So this is 1,000, 4,021.238. Okay, now, I will solve here. I will set this strain to 0.005. So meaning, I will solve um, the value of the maximum area na allowed lang para maging tension control. Okay? So, if I have a strain of 0.005 here, this C will be C max. So, C max is 3 over 8 of your dt. dt ha, 3 over 8 of dt is 484. Okay. So, 3 over 8 times 484. So, we have 181.5. So, store this value at C. So, storage is C. Millimeters. Then, I will solve the value of A. So, A is equal to 0.8 ng C max. 0.8 yung beta kasi natin. So, 0.8 is 145.2 millimeters. So, let's store this value at A. Now, I will use equilibrium. C is equal to T. So that I can solve here the AS, assuming na yielding ito. Okay, so 0.85 FC prime AB is equal to AS FY. Okay, so 0.85. Obviously, yielding pala yan kasi strain natin is 0.005. FC prime is 35. So, I have the value of A stored at A. A times B, 300, is equal to AS times FY of 415. Okay, so AS now is equal to, so So, this is AS max. No? AS max ito, guys. AS max. AS max is 3122.675 millimeter squared. So, as we can see, AS is greater than AS max. So, DRB. Yeah. Pwede ganyan yung solution mo to check if SRB or DRB. If you don't memorize this Romax na formula. Sir, equal ba yan sa magiging Romax? Try natin class kung same time na magiging Romax dito. So, gagawin lang natin yung AS max, i-divide lang natin ng BD. Okay? AS max is 3122.675. I-try natin, i-divide by BD. BD D is 461.2. So, Romax, okay, 0.0022562. Okay, so Romax, naging equal lang dito. So, even you don't know the the formula na to, as long as you know the strain where we derive this Romax, you can actually solve that. No? And you know the steel ratio is AS over BD. Okay? So, just to confirm, no, if ever that you forget this formula, if for example, no, hindi mo talaga maalala, just derive. No, or just do the manual solution, manual computation of Romax. Okay, from equilibrium equation, wherein your A based from your beta C, wherein C is C max. 3 over 8. Okay, so anyway, we already proved that the cross-section is doubly, okay, because the area of steel exceeds with the AS max. Ibig sabihin ng class, that pinaghahatian niya ng dalawa. Nahati yan sa AS max plus the AS2, which is may isang pang tension force dapat na may nag-act dito. Okay. So, ano-ano yung tension force na yon? First one is the tension force due to these compression bars. Okay. So, the tension force due to these compression bars. So, that is located at the D prime. Okay, D prime is concrete cover times the diameter of stirrups times the diameter of this compression bars over 2. Okay, usually, the compression bar's diameter is not similar to the tension bar diameter. So, take note of that, no? So, the D prime here is not the same with the D prime at the bottom or on the tension side. Okay, so take note, use the compression bars for getting the D prime. So this is where your additional compression force is located, which is C compression force is due to the steel is ASFS. Supposedly it should be only ASFS, but we have here 0.85 FC prime, no, na minus. Supposedly dito siya i-minus, pero nilipat natin siya due to the difficulty nito, magiging difficulty natin once we get the centroid of this compression block. We already discussed this from the discussion of design. Kaya nandito yung less 0.85 FC prime kasi consider natin yung butas na compression block natin. Okay, so then aside from that, etong AS1 natin ngayon, yung magsiserve as AS max na, okay, then nadagdagan siya ng AS2. So that the combined nitong dalawa na to is actually your not literally pala AS max to, no? Kasi possible na ginalaw yan during the design, mas dinagdagan pa. Okay, so, but the total AS1 and AS2 is these 5 rebars. Okay, so, this is the stress strain diagram, no, for the doubly reinforced beam. So, for analysis. No, so, how do we start the analysis? Always start with equilibrium. C is equal to T. However, if you proceed with the C is equal to T, you will be having two unknowns here. Okay, pag nag-C is equal to T ka. Bakit? Kasi ito yung compression force mo. Okay, ito yung tension force. So anyway, we can combine this tension force because they are just located at the same distance or at the same level. So we can combine this, diba, into AS, FS. Okay, kasi we factor out FS. So we add this kasi later on, i-add mo naman yan, parehas kasi tension. Okay, so then factor out the FS. So magiging AS, FS na lang siya. Okay, kasi you do not know. This is analysis, no? You do not know how uh, how we separate AS to AS1 and AS2. Okay? Kaya, just use this, no, as your tension force. Combine na ASFS. Now, for compression force, hindi mo pwedeng i-combine yan kasi magkaiba ng location. Okay? So, I mean, hindi mo pwedeng gawin isang force lang sila dahil magkaibang location sila. But they will be added, then equated to the tension force. So, the problem here, if we equate this by equilibrium equation, so the goal is to identify the value of A or the depth of compression block. So, we have to identify that depth of compression block. So, if we equate C is equal to T tension force, unknown si A, given si B, unknown si Fs prime because you do not know if it is yielding or not, is equal to ASFS, unknown si Fs because you do not know if it is yielding or not. So, meaning we have two assumptions here. You assume that the compression still yields so that you set that is equal to Fy. But later on, you have to check if the strain is greater than the yielding strain so that your assumption is correct. Okay. You also assume, how do we check that strain? Okay. Of course, dito, okay, along this line, no, with the same level with the compression bars, you have to check the strain which is located from the neutral axis to this distance. So what will be that distance? So you just deduct the d prime. So C minus d prime. Okay? Then you also assume that tension still yields. So you have two assumptions. So that two assumptions must be both correct. Okay, unless the value of A will be also incorrect. Okay, so you have to check your assumptions. Their strain must be greater than the yielding strain. So we have two assumptions here. Now, let's proceed with the equilibrium. Compression force is equal to CS, CC plus CS, T1 plus T2. Okay, again, we just combine these two forces so that it will be just ASFS. Because we don't have given of AS1 and AS2. We have AS, this one. We do not know how can we separate this AS into AS1 and AS2. But we can just add them into total AS. Okay? So meaning we can just have this equation. So CC 0.85 FC prime AB, AS prime, CS, compression due to the steel is AS prime, FS prime minus 0.85 FC prime is equal to ASFS. So let's substitute. We have the given of AS prime. So that is 3 bars of 25 millimeter and AS of 532 millimeter. So we have FC prime. We don't have the value of A. We're looking for the value of A. Just like the singly, di ba? Unang sinosolve natin, you start with equilibrium, you solve the value of A. You have B. Okay, let's substitute. 0.85 FC prime. A is unknown. B is given. AS prime. So that is 3 pieces of 25 millimeter bars pi over 4 Fs prime, we assume that this is yielding. So we use Fy minus 0.85 Fc prime. Fc prime is 35. It's equal to As. As is 5 pieces of 32 mm bars. Then we assume, so Fs, we assume that this is yielding. Okay? So actually, kung tatakpan mo to, tanggalin mo to, similar yan sa approach natin. Tanggalin mo to, similar yan with the approach of singly reinforced beam analysis. So, nadagdag lang tong additional compression force na to. Okay? So solve mo yung A. Okay? This is the value of A, 123.416. So, solve din natin yung strain. Confirm natin if the strains are really greater than the yielding strain. But before you solve the strain, di ba kailangan mo na ng C? Okay, A is equal to beta C. So, our beta is 0.8, Fc prime is 35, so therefore C is 154.27. The yielding strain is Fy over E. Okay, Fy is 415, so the yielding strain is 0.002075. Let's compare, let's solve the ES prime. By ratio and proportion, ES prime over C minus D prime is proportion to 0.003 over C. Okay, so we can solve the ES prime, 0.00, D prime, no? D prime. Take note, that is D prime. D prime, C minus D prime ito. Okay, so ES prime is 0.00175. Okay, as we can see, ES prime is less than the yielding. What does it mean? So, tama ba yung assumption natin? Dapat mag-greater than siya, di ba? If that is less than, meaning compression still does not yield. Ano bang assumption natin? Still yield eh. So, una pa lang, mali na agad yung assumption natin. Okay? Mali yung assumption natin. Eh, ito kaya pangalawa. Tama kaya assumption natin? So, by ratio and proportion, we want to solve this ES. ES over D minus C. Okay, is proportion to 0.003 over C. So, ipa rin nung ginagamit natin sa singly reinforced beams. Okay, ES D minus C, 0.003 over C. Let's see that. Let's check the answer. So, this is tension yields. So, meaning, correct yung assumption natin, incorrect yung assumption dito tama. Kasi tension yields naman siya. So, okay na ba yun, sir? Okay na bang i-accept tong A? Hindi pwede. Dapat both assumptions are correct. So, what does it mean? Uulit ka ulit ng equilibrium. Okay. Remember, the sample problem natin ng singly reinforced. Pag hindi nag-yield, uulit ka ng equilibrium, i-assume mo siya. Papalitan mo siya. Ano nga yung hindi nag-yield? Yung compression bars. Ito, papalitan mo sa A. Instead of using Fy, dapat hindi siya mag-yield. Okay, from stress strain diagram. Okay, so ito yung ating mga stresses. Ito yung ating yielding. Pag hindi siya nag-yield, so yung ating strain, okay, so we can now use the modulus of elasticity. So meaning to solve this Fs prime, so we just need to multiply the modulus of elasticity to your strain. So ito dapat substitute mo dito. Instead of Fy, dahil di nag-yield, use the strain. Okay. So actually, does not yield to, no? Ito yield. May apat ka kasing pupuntahan dito na cases. It's either yield, kapag tama tong case natin, yield siya. Does not yield, yield yung, ito, we're pertaining to compression, ito naman tension bars. Yield does not yield, kasi dalawa yung ano natin, dalawa yung bakal. So, ito yung mga possible na maging scenario. Does not yield, does not yield. Okay? So, ano yung susunod mo na magiging assumption? Kung mali itong assumption natin. Yung magiging susunod mo ang assumption is kung ano yung naging result dito sa ating checking. Okay, so dito sa checking natin, compression does not yield and tension yields. So that will be our next cycle of equilibrium. Compression does not yield and tension yields. Okay, so mali na kasi yung value ng E natin tsaka value ng C. So let's proceed with the next assumption. Compression still does not yield. So ito yung magiging value ng Fs prime natin. Saan siya galing? Saan galing itong formula na to? Doon pa rin sa strain natin. And that strain now will be dependent with the modulus of elasticity. Okay, so we have ES prime over C minus D prime is equal to 0.003 over C. This is the ratio in proportion. Itong dalawang triangle na to. So if we solve the ES prime, that is 0.003 C minus D prime all over C. If we want to solve the Fs, so that is equal to modulus of elasticity times the ES prime. Okay, so modulus of elasticity is 200,000. Multiply sa 0.003. Diba that is 600? So, kaya ngayon, magiging formula natin ng Fs prime, if does not yield, no? For does not yield lang, no? Is 600 C minus D prime all over C. So, ang assumption natin, does not yield ang compression, pero ang tension ay yield. Based yan doon, class, sa previous natin na findings, which is compression does not yield and tension yields. Okay, so let's substitute. Let's rewrite again the equation, equilibrium equation. C is equal to T. So C, compression force, we have two compression forces, and we have combined tension force na. Okay? So again, your Fs prime here should be taken as does not yield. Pero yung Fs should be taken as yielding. So let's substitute. Okay, so Fs prime will be based on the value of C. So our unknown here is C. Okay. And your Fs is yielding. Since we have here 0.85 Fc prime AB, instead of using A, we use beta C. So that our unknown is C. Okay, so let's substitute. So 0.85. Medyo mahaba siya, class, no? Anyway, ang Fc prime pala dito is 35, sorry. 0.85 Fc prime. Beta is 0.8. Beta C times B na 300. AS prime, tatlong bakal na 85 mm. And then 600 C minus D prime all over C. Minus 0.85 Fc prime is equal to AS Fy. So the first variable na makukuha mo dito is the distance of the neutral axis to the extreme compression layer. Okay, so you store this value at C, and then you solve the value of A from A is equal to beta C. Now, this is not yet the answer na A tsaka C unless you prove that this Fs prime does not yield and Fy is yielding. Okay, so let's solve the Fs prime. Diretso na natin na Fs prime kasi does not yield naman to no? Dapat yung answer natin, pag does not yield siya, di ba dapat less than sa Fy. The Fs prime should be less than the Fy. So let's see. Diretso na natin yung Fs prime. Hindi na natin idaan pa sa Es prime para stress na agad na makukuha. Okay, so 600 C minus D prime all over C. Okay, tama yung assumption natin kung does not yield talaga siya. Anong sagot dito? 370.554 megapascal, which is less than the 415 megapascal. Okay. Does not yield talaga. Tama yung assumption natin. Correct. How about ito? Okay. Okay, solve natin yung strain. Kasi again, we cannot use the formula of the stress. Diba? Ang equivalence, ang stress pag does not yield, okay, ang stress, if does not yield, Fs is 600 from the stress diagram, D minus C all over C. But we cannot use this formula, no? Okay? We cannot use this formula for steel yields. Okay? Wala tayong direct solution to get the stress, the actual stress for steel yields. So, we just set it to F1. So, strain na lang i-solve natin, class. Okay? Strain na lang i-solve natin to check if it is yielding or not. So, checking the strain. Okay. Strain dito, no? So, we have my ratio and proportion, ES, D minus C, is proportion to 0.003 over C. So, makukuha natin is 0.005 compared to the yielding strain, Fy over E. So, that is 0.002. As we can see, greater than yung ating strain on the tension side versus the yielding strain. So, meaning, tension still yields. Since tension still yields, okay, tama yung assumption dito. Tama yung assumption dito. We can now adapt the value of C and the value of A. So, both are correct assumptions. Tsaka mo lang masasabi na tama na yung C tsaka A. So, what's next after equilibrium equation? Pwede na tayo mag-moment equation, pero hanapin muna natin yung magiging reduction factor natin. Reduction factor will be based on the strain on the extreme tension layer, tension reinforcement. By ratio and proportion, so you have ET, dt minus C is proportion to 0.003 over C. Okay? So dt, no? So we have dt of 484. So let's substitute. 80, ET now is 0.005884. So how do we solve that? How do we identify the reduction factor? We have different limits. This is the increasing strain. So if your strain exceeds 0.005, so the section is under tension control section. If your ET is less than 0.005 but greater than 0.002 or the yielding strain, you have transition. But if your strain is less than 0, the yielding strain, that is in compression control section. So fortunately, our strain is greater than 0.005. So therefore, this should be in tension control section. So what will be the reduction factor? So 0.9. Okay, so with that, we can now proceed with the moment equation to solve the flexural moment capacity. In solving the moment, do not use the tension force kasi uh, we do not know the centroid ng dalawang force na to. So, isosolve mo pa yung centroid ng dalawang force. So, gawin na lang natin, ito na lang yung moment natin isa-isa. Okay, nominal moment lang yan ha kapag force times distance. Force times distance, force times distance. Anyway, the distance between the compression, okay, compression bar, okay, to the tension force ha, D minus D prime yan. Si total depth minus the D prime. So, now let's solve. Reduction factor natin 0.9, then the force times the distance. Force times the distance. So, we already have those values, no? Meron na tayong A. Meron na tayong AS prime naman is given. Na-solve na natin yung FS prime. Does not yield siya, class. So, ito gagamitin natin. Pag nag-yield yan, FY ang gagamitin. So, does not yield. Ito gagamitin natin, ha? So, let's substitute. Medyo mahaba lang to sa calcu, no? So, kaya isa-isain ko na lang. So, 0.9, 0.85 FC prime. A, stored at A. B, 300. B, effective depth, A over 2. Okay? Then, ipa-plus ko. Si 0.9, distribute ko na lang si 0.9. So, you can solve this individually kasi I guess, hindi yata siya kasya sa calcu or mahaba siya itan. So, isahin mo na lang kunin yung factored moment, yung design moment capacity nito, no? Yung dalawang force. Okay, ito rin naman. Okay, AS prime, so we have 3 bars, 25 mm diameter over 4, FS prime, minus 0.85 FC prime, D minus A over, D minus D prime. Okay, D minus D prime. Do not use DT ha. DT is only used for the reduction factor. So, use D. So, times 10 raised to negative 6 mo yung mga values nito, class ha, para maging kilonewton meters. 195.801 kilonewton meter ang kanyang moment capacity. That's it, no, for our first problem. So actually, again, similar lang siya yung approach natin. Tanggalin mo to, singly to. Tanggalin mo to sa moment, singly. Moment capacity yan ang singly reinforced. Nadagdag lang yung force na to, which is minoment natin dito. So, we have two forces. Okay. So, this is the stress. No? So, para hindi makalimutan yung mga formula dito, class, no? Just focus on the stress strain diagram. Okay. This will be the basis of your calculation. Okay, so next problem.